Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. Yesterday I took part in the InspireInk Blog Hop with some of my Pootlers teammates, and our theme was birthday. So I made this happy birthday fun fold card, bigger than my normal card. It folds flat to be 5 by 7 inches. And it's a nice easy mechanism, as you can see. So I thought for my Sale-A-Bration Sunday project I would make another version of this and not use the wanted to say dies this time, but I will use Heartfelt Hellos for my sentiment. This paper that I used is from Delightfully Eclectic, which is in the catalogue but is also one of the more to celebrate options. So you can purchase it, you can also earn it for free with a qualifying spend up until the 29th of February 2024. And my little butterfly is one of the paper butterfly accents, and these little die cuts are also from Wanted to Say dies. So there's some lovely sentiments, but there's these little extra dies as well. Okay, so I have decided this time I will use the Flight Airy Designer Series paper. I've done a lot of the prep in advance. I just need to do a little bit of scoring, a little bit of gluing, and then some decoration. All of these measurements will be in my blog post. There'll be a link to that in the description for this video. But I've also given myself a little reminder here too. Okay, so the card base is 5 inches by 11 inches, and I need to score that at 2 inches and at 4 inches. 2 and 4. Okay, and I've done it that way so that my measurements will be on the inside and get covered up with that Designer Series paper. And that's going to fold back that way. Okay, nice and easy. Okay, so that's our base. We have the 3 little sort of column sections, if you like. So this first one is 5.5 by 3 1/4. I need to score that at 1.5, 3 1/2, and 5 inches. And then this next one is 2.5 by 4.5, and I need to score that at 1, at 3, and at 4. And finally, the little one is 3.5 by 1 3/4, and I need to score that at 1/2 inch, and at 2.5, and I have cut that wrong. That's what I get for trying to be organised. So it should be 1 3/4. I'm going to cut way more than I need here, but it's just the bit that was handy. 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. That's got a raggedy edge. Let's do that one. 3 1/2. Okay, get rid of that so as not to confuse myself. And that. And try again with the scoring at 1/2, 2.5, and at 3. Okay. Just gonna quickly burnish all of these, and we can start making. So as I mentioned at the start, this is part of my Sale-A-Bration Sundays projects. So there is a playlist of them. And I think I've only got another one to do. The weeks have flown by. So I started it slightly before Sale-A-Bration, so there's lots of projects that you can check out. Tutorials for each one of them. Okay, so designer series paper. This piece measures 6 3/4 in length by 4 3/4 in height. And that's just going to go on the inside here, covering up my scribbled measurements to remind myself. And then we have this piece that is 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And that's just going to go in here. Like that. Okay. And then my second design, I've got another piece that measures exactly the same, so 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And that's going to be on the outside. Alrighty, so let's just give that a press. Okay, and then we have these pieces here. Okay, so this one is going to go along that middle score line on the card base, like that. And I kind of want it to be equidistant there. So glue on this piece here, so the wider end, not the other end. Oops, that is nowhere near the middle, Heather. Which means you've got glue where you don't want it. Okay. Alright, so that is going to go like that. And then we're going to add glue to that thinner tab piece at this end. I'm going to fold that like so, and then just bring that over. Okay, give it a moment to grab, and then when you open it, it will go like that. Okay, so give that a good press there, and that a good press there. And we can just add that little bit of designer series papers. That is 1 3/4 by 3 inches. I like that you can have 2 different complementary designs with your papers on this type of card. Okay, so our next one. So again, we want to put glue on there, first of all, and line that up in the middle of that one. So easy and so effective. Okay, so we've got that in the middle there and right down to the base. Put that on very straight, didn't I? Never mind. You can take more time. And again, going to fold along that next line, put glue, there we go, it would come out eventually, along there, like that. So we've got the bit that's attached, and then it's the next score line that is folded over at, and then we can just fold that right down and press that to glue that in the right place. Let's see if I can put my paper on straighter this time. You could put your paper on beforehand. So this is 2 1/4 by 1 3/4. Now there's loads of versions of this card out there, and I did actually look at one, but I changed the measurements because I wanted mine to have an equal step down all the way. So again, we have a piece that is, I got this round the wrong way this time, so it's a bit confusing, this one, because they're the same size. So we've got one short and then a long and then 2 short, so it's the end with the one narrow piece there that you want to glue. And again, just try and get that in between, nice and central. And again, fold on that next score line, put your glue on this piece, that last tab there, and again fold that all down, and that will be in the right place. Told you it was easy. Final piece of designer series paper, 1 3/4 by 1 1/2. Now obviously you could add other layers, you could put a mat behind these. I haven't, I've seen lots that have, I haven't, simply because I don't want it to be too bulky. And there we go, we've got our mechanism and we've got all our designer series paper on there. So it's now just time for a little bit of decoration. So as I mentioned, I'm going to use a Heartfelt Hellos for this one. I've also used my 2-inch circle punch to punch out a different piece of designer series paper from the set, and I would have used my 2 3/8 circle punch to cut the next circle from another design in the pack, but I couldn't find it. I don't know what I've done with it. So I used one of the stitched shapes dies instead. As I say, I probably would have preferred to have my 2 3/8 circle punch, because circle punches are just so much easier. Any kind of punch is so much easier to play about with than dies. Okay, so I think that's going to go there, but I'm going to stamp my sentiment first of all. And I've got a leftover piece of basic white. This is actually basic white thick because you trimmed a bit off from your card base, and I am going to use the Thinking of You at Easter, but this would work equally with Happy Mother's Day, Hello, Enjoy Your Day, Love You More. Maybe not Dad, You're the Best with all the pinks in there, but you never know. If he's a bird enthusiast, then maybe it is right. So I'm using boho blue, one of the ink colours. That's got a little mark on it that side. I'll do it this side. Might have stamped that a bit too high up to then use with the Heartfelt Hexagon punch that all of these fit in. So just trying to line that up like so. Okay. Now, this is as far as I've got with the design process. So now we're in uncharted territory and we'll make it up as we go along. So I think I'm going to put that on there so that I'm just going to do it. Let's put it on just half of this and line up the, well, not really points because they're quite rounded, with the edge of that little panel there. Again, not very central either. That'll do. Okay, so we've got that. It's going to pop up. Thinking of you this Easter. And then we can put that so that it's kind of popping over there as well. So just put some on that half. Again, put it flat so that we know where everything sits when it's all folded. We've got that Thinking of You at Easter there. Now I think it needs a little bit of extra, just as I did with these other little die cuts on there. But in keeping with the wishing to use punches, I have got my Petal Park Builder punch, and I've got some more scraps of this designer series paper. So I'm going to punch some of those. Punch the smaller ones again. If I can fit 2 in, can I? Nearly. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I've got some of those. And actually, I could use the leaves. There is one of these designs that has, oh no, it actually has leaves printed on it. Yeah, the one that I cut the bird from, I think I will cut a couple of little leaves out of this as well, even though it's printed with leaves. So let's do it from here, and I can get more. Let's get the scissors, Heather. Chop, chop. One, two. Might not use them all, but I'll punch a few. Could get another one out there. There we go. Right, I've got lots of little bits all over the place now. Do I want to have some blue flowers? Oh, do you know what? It's a little scrap. We could. Don't think I want big blue flowers. Do a couple of the smaller ones. Right, I've got bits to play with now. And as I say, lots of little surplusy bits. Okay, so I like to give these a little bit of dimension, and the quickest and easiest way to do that is using your glue bottle. Can layer those up there, because there's no bulk there and nothing's going to fold on top of it. That's cool. We can have, sorry, I'm just going to addition these for a moment. How about these two together? And I could put that on there, put it there, so it's going to overhang, no, down there I think, overhang a little bit, but add a little bit more decoration without extra bulk on that, and then maybe, I do quite like the combination of those actually. Do it the opposite way around, like that. So we've got a little bit more going on there as well. Right, let's just glue, 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 and then we can get some little bits of bling. Can overhang a little. And that, and then just push them back up again. And then a little bit on there. And I used flat back adhesive backed pearls on the other one, so I think I'll just do the same, and I can put one of them in the middle of these flowers and have an extra leaf on there. Oh, on there. I'm just making the absolute most out of, sorry, I'm way off camera. I get so engrossed I forget that I'm supposed to be showing you, not just doing, not just playing. There we go. And there. I'll pop that on. And just checking that we're not encroaching that mechanism in any way. Pop a little gem in the middle. And I think I need a little leaf on this one too. Is that the only leaf I've got left? Yeah. Cool. I'll put that on there. I don't particularly want to cover up that little birdie because he's cute. Come on, in you go. That's it. And then a little bit on the back there. I'll go there. Again, I've got extra glue, but I don't need it. And a little pearl in there. And I think I will go nuts and add one there. And we'll have one there as well, shall we? Down here. Let's go on there. Beautiful. Love these petals. Very shiny. So there we go. A nice and easy but fun fold Easter card using Sale-A-Bration Flight Airy Designer Series paper and the Heartfelt Hellos stamp set, both of which you can only get with a qualifying purchase up until the 29th of February 2024. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please click on that subscribe button, click the bell, and you'll get notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. Bye-bye.